What it really means when a woman hugs Sue? Most men are blind to it. They feel a woman's arms wrap around them and think, oh, it's just a hug, a harmless, friendly embrace. But what if I told you it's never just a hug? Every touch, every second. She lingers. Every slight skeezite all means something. Women didn't do things randomly. And if you're oblivious, doe, these subtle cousier playing checkers while she's playing 4D Chessium James. And in this video are revealed 6 hidden psychological signals. Then a woman's huffings most men completely miss. Then if you think this is just about attraction, think against a meat canes, a huggus atus. Sometimes it's a power move. Sometimes it's a silent mess to the world about who you are. To the Stoics knew that power off perception. They understood that most men drift through life, blind to what's happening around them, reacting instead of mastering their reality. If you don't train yourself to read between the lines, see beyond this surface, you're at the mercy of forces you don't even recognize. And trust me, in today's world, ignorance at a price. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you won't look. Ought to hug Thizung way again. Before we divine, take a moment to subscribe if you're ready to transform how you handle relationships using the power of Stoicism. Every video is a step toward mastering your mindset and building stronger, more meaningful connections, munches, testing your confidence, and you'd even realize it. When a woman hugs you, she's not just showing affection. She's scanning you like a predator sizing up its prey. It isn't just a warm embrace. It's a silent test, a way to go. What kind of man you really are. Most guys are completely blind to this, thinking a hug is just a hug. But women, the operation. A different level. The she wraps her arms around you. She's gathering into like a secretigant on a mission. She's analyzing your language, energy, your response. You freeze up like a deer in schist, testing your confidence headlights. Do you give an awkward, weak pat on her back like you're hurrying a baby? Or do you hold your ground? Embrace her with ease like Ian Wanos his worth. The same principles in high AK social interactions. Think about a job interview. Ever had them casually offer you a glass of water? You might think it's just the spy laddie, but they're watching, seeing how you handle yourself, how steady your hands are, how composed you remain. It's semi-croissed, just like her hug and tears. The brutal truth: a hesitant or reaction signals weakness. Women air-wired topic up on hesitation. A Mang Mung who second-guesses himself, waffles up, or overthinks. Simple hut. That's a red flag in her subconscious. Another hand. A man who's comforting his own skin, who embraces the moment with natural confidence. Immediately set himself apt. This is where the Stoic mindset comes in. A Stoic man doesn't react based on nerves or insecurity. He does no overthink or look for validation. In-house responds. Hessimly is present, rounded, certain in himself the moment to start seeking grapple in something as small as a hug. You've already lost taking mental notes, and whether you realize it or not, that hug has already told her more about you than words ever could. Cushions checking your emotional ability without you even realizing. This is where things take a deeper turn. A hug isn't just about physical contact. It's an emotional scanner, silent to measure what kind of man you're being. The surface women are masters at sensing energy, and in those few seconds off contact, she's feeling you out in ways most men never even consider. Think of it like knocking on a wall to see if it's solid or hollow. When she wraps her arms around you, she's not just embracing you, she's testing you. Are you emotionally grounded, or is there an emptiness beneath a surface? Do you exude warmth and presence, or does your energy feel cold and distant? Are you fully in themament, or does your body feel there while your mind is somewhere else? Do our hug carry a sense of strength and control, or does it feel has a tantraser? She can tell women have an almost supernatural ability to read between felines, to feel out what words can expressing. A matter off scans, she's picking upon details you might not even realize are giving away your posture, your grip, the way breathing shifts. Every micro detail feeds into her harassment of you. And here's the brutal truth. You'll feel empty, distracted or emotional, like list off she will sense it. Instantly, she's checking your emotional availability. Most men think they can mask their insecurities with fake confidence. But a woman's intuition sees through the act. If you're carrying emotional baggage, if your mind is cluttered with stress, or if you've lost talc with your masculine core, your body language will betray you. This is where Stoicism separates the strong from Stoic. Stoic man doesn't let his emotions control him, but that doesn't mean he's emotionally unavailable on the contrary. He is centered, present, and fully in control of himself. He is desperate for connection, nor is held off. He is simply grounded. He exists in themament, not lost in theist or anxious about the future, and not out of neediness or obligation. It's because he chooses tone gauge and women's feel that they respect it. They're drawn to it at the end. A feta hug is more than just a simple gesture. It's a silent conversation, and if you don't know what you're communicating, you're already at @advantage.3. She's setting the stage for a physical connection on her terms. This is a big one, and most guys completely offlock it. When a woman initiates a hug, she's not just being friendly, she's not just greeting you. She's taking control of the physical dynamic between you. Think of it like hosting a party. She's inviting you into her space, but on her terms. She's the one setting thorough, dictating the flow, and deciding how much or how little happens. Her subtle way of saying, I'm okay with buying clothes to you, but make no mistake, I decide how this plays out. It's the sum concept, as when someone lets you into their home. They may trust you step inside, but they still control the environment when you sit. Where you go, how long you stay, that hug gets her creating a frame of control of her physical connection. But where most men screw up, they don't recognize it unspoken. Boundaries they either hold in too long, signaling desperation, or worry, eagerness, awkwardly, too soon showing unspenda. Lack of confidence misread them entirely, either freezing up or becoming overly aggressive. Every little action you take in that brief moment tells her something about you. How ya handle physical closeness, aware of social dynamics, and most importantly, whether you're a man who naturally leads or one who blindly she's setting the stage for. Physical connection follows a weak man. Lets them dictate his response. He thinks. Second guess himself or tries to read her reaction instead. Grounded in his own presence. Stoic man, on the other hand, often seek validation through physical contact. He doesn't need it. He remains composed and phased and internal comfortile. In his own skin. He respects her space, but he doesn't feel the ergetto submit to her frame. Instead meets her energy with quiet confidence, maintaining perfect balance between beatwin assertness, control, and trust me, women notice that they might not be able to explain it, but they feel it at the end off feed. This isn't just about a hug. It's a power. It's a dynamic, a subtle but critical, where she's evaluating exactly what kind of man you are. You centered and aware, or are you led by whatever frame she sets? You can learn a lot from how a woman hugs you, but more importantly, she's learning a lot of booed too. Hey, I want to hear from you. Alem ask you, have you ever felt a hug from a woman and just knew it meant something more? KY, was that electro connection, or mabite left Yao wondering what was really going on in her mind? Drop a comment below and tell me your thoughts on this. Do you think things way a woman hugs uses something about her feelings or intentions, and if you were feeling bold? Write this in your comment. I felt energy. Let me know if you've ever experienced that shift. A feminine off connection through some thingus. Simply as a hug. I'll be responding to some of your comments, so don't be shy. Let's dive into this conversation. For sensing your physical chemistry. Be brutally honest here. When a woman hugs Sue, she's not just being nice. She is feeling you out in ways you might not even realize. This is raw biologic mystery test, but one that has nothing to do with Beers and formula sets all about whether you feel right to her on a visceral level. Think about it, like cooking. You're preparing a dish and at some point you take a small taste. You don't just blindly follow the recipe. Use your senses to check if the flavors blend together perfectly. That quick cyper bite is the moment of truth. It working or does something feel off? The same happens during a hug. Do your bodies naturally align? Does it feel comfortable like two pieces of a puzzle locking into place? Or does it feel stiff like you're trying to force something fat? Doesn't fit? Does your scent appellato her or does it repel? Hershey's sensing your physical chemistry. You might not even know it, but the subtle smells you exude can play a huge role in attraction. Is there warmth in the touch a hug that's electric and alive, full of chemistry? Or does it feel like your rage is going through the motions, like hugging a lamppost with no spark, no connection? Women are highly attuned toner gigwa, and in a split second, her body is processing aloft. This like a super comput in the background scanning. Valuing, analyzing physical alchemistry is felt no thought about, outshe might not even consciously realize. Is doing it but trust me, her bod knows. Here's where things get real. I fear, unsure of yourself if you're nervous or awkward, she'll pick upon that your body is speaking, even when your mouth stays silent. That stiffness, that hesitation, it speaks louder than in words you could say. It tells her you're not comfortable in your own skin thought. You're still seeking approval to ensure of your place in the world. Now contrast that with a man grounded in Stoic principles. He doesn't seek validation from the hug, from her toucher, from anyone. And his presence is steadfast, unshakably, a rock. He doesn't need to impress her or read into them. He just is. And the difference is immediate. The chemistry is enforced. It's natural. His booty and his energy are rain. Perfect harmony. And she can feel fat in a deeper, almost subconscious level member attraction isn't just a mental dot, it's physical. It's raw. It's premolitious. Not just hugging you shishakeen. There's something there thought goes beyond just surface level attraction and how you respond to her tact too. Physical connection will determine the course of your potential connection. It's not all in your head. Sometimes it's all about how you feel in the moment. How your energy aligns with the hug is her test and your true self, not the version. Your trying to sail will determine if that spark ignites or if it dies out before it even had a chance. A Stoic man, he doesn't shazir force chemistry. He doesn't need to manufacture attraction, it is or I descent. And he's okay with that, knowing full well that his worth doesn't depend in the outcome that. Confidence that tashed, yet self-assured presence ice. Exactly what makes him magnetic vivacious, sending a silent message. To their sill, right now we're getting into the psychology of the situation when a woman hugs you in public. It's not just a man of affection. It's a statement, a subtle but powerful signal to everyone watching. Think of it like a status update. A quiet declaration to the shesending, a silent message to others. World Fat says this person is part Afman or circle. He's someone important in my life and want you to know it's where it gets deep. The hug, it's stealth fine print. That's where. That true message is encoded in trust, meshes no thugging. You just to be niches sending a message to the poplar rant with hat. Saying a word, a quickest school you will hug. That's the signal offering ship. It's neutral, harmless, like a palate handshake. Just enough to show Jan Haradar, but nothing more longer, warmer embrace. Now we're talking this could me own. There's something more. Ain't to surface. It could be a deeper connectioner. It could be her way off saying this man is important to moo out actually voicing it out loud. It's kind of like when a cat rubs against your leg. It's not just being cute. It's marking its territory. She's letting the world know without speaking a word that you're Samayan special in her life. Whether she's consciously aware of it or not, her body language is a declaration. And that's where you Zuzaman need to understand power dynamics at play. This isn't just a booth hug itself. It's about how you carry yourself in that moment and how it fits into the bigger picture of your status in her world. If you're on or clingy, the message gets lost. But Ifu stands strong, unshaken, and in control of the moment. The message is loud and clear. You belong from Thestuer's perspective. This is where self-mastery comes in a Stoic. Man doesn't need validation from the world around him. Seek approval or demand attention. The Stoic approach is about being content with who you are. Regard less of external validation. When thought hug comes, you don't need to read into it because you already know our worth. The outside world's judgment doesn't define you. You are grounded in yourself, and that is what makes you powerful. However, the key here isn't Toyner. The signal a Stoic man understands that life is full of signals. And just because he doesn't chase them doesn't mean he's blind to them. He reads the room, but doesn't let affect his core when a woman hugs. Keys subtly defining your place in her world. And in that moment, your ability to stay calm, composed, and aware. Speak saloons about your true status in their world. Attraction isn't just a boot-wa-to feel. It's about how the world perceives you and how you choose to show up that hug. It's a window into that very dynamic. Be aware of the message you are sending and the message you are receiving. 6 shishes creating a momental, both remember. Creating a momental, both remember. Now let's dig deeper into something that's often overlooked. Both hold some immense power. The hug isn't just a simple gesture. It's a time capsule. When a woman hugs you, she's doing marathon, just holding you. She's capturing a moment in time, freezing. I tend the present so that it becomes something you'll both carry with you, whether you realize it or not. It's like taking a mental snapshot, like any picture you've ever taken. Instead of capturing an image, she's sealing in a feeling, a rush of emotion and connection that I will echo in both your minds long after the moment has passed. You might not even notice it, but her brain eyes locking in every detail. Every nuance off that embrace. Later on, she's going to play that hug in her mind. She'll reflect on it and ask herself questions like, did my heart race? Did she feel the sparks rush of the adrenaline that comes with genuine chemistry? Was there a deep connection that went bay and physical touch? Did it feel natural? Moment effortless like the two of you were meant to share it? Or did it feel awkward like trying to force a missing that wasn't there? Did I want it to last longer? Or was it just a quick school This matters because a moment that she wants to prolong is a moment that holds significance. These physicalaries aren't just fleeting, they are powerful, they'll leave a mark whether she admits it or not. Just like the scent of fresh-baked cookies can instantly take her back to a simpler time. A hug can serve as a trigger that brings her back to a key moment in how she feels. Moving forward. But here's the thing. As a man, you can't just rely on these moments to happen organically. In thread pill world, you know that nothing comes easy, and you sure as hell don't twat for things to fall into your loo. Create your own moments. Moments that last, that matter, that she'll remember and associate with you. A woman doesn't just give her heart away through a hug. She decides who and when she hears these pieces of herself with why control whether or not she wants to remember you the same way you remember her from a Stoic perspective. This is where self-awareness in it come into play. You didn't get wrapped up in the emotional fluctuations of the moment, but you understand that everything is a learning gapany. When you're present in that hug, you're not thinking about how it Makasu feel. You're focused on how you're making her feel. The Stoic man understands that he's not seeking external validation, but that doesn't mean he ignores the signals. Life throws at him this hug. It's not a random act. It's a moment of intentional connection. Stoic mind doesn't crave these moments, but it embraces them when they come. The key is to recognize that every action, every word, every interaction carries weight. That hug, that split. Second, a physical contact is a powerful signal. And for you, it's not not just a butt wet you're feeling in that moment. It's about how you stay grounded. How? You set that moment to reinforce the man Yatob, not just for her, but for yourself. I fear the type of man who can talk at these moments and use them to strength on your sense of self without letting them define you. You'll find that these time capsules will come with increasing frond, just like that M snapshot. The memory of how she feels in your presence will stick with her for longer than you realize. The conclusion hug is more than just a huge it's a test, a snapshot, and a key part. A few position yourself in her mind and her life make count. Now, Futu got a deeper understanding of hut. A woman's hug can really mean, let's take it a step further if you found this insightful, you're going to want to check out the video popping upon your screen right now to 9 shocking psychologic hacks about women trust mites packed with more psychological links that will make you see through art of women in a wall new light. So go ahead and click in that video. I'll see you over there. And don't forget, like this video. Subscribe to our channel for more opening topics like this. Thanks for watching.